Hello team! Welcome back to the Darkcraft series. Trifunctional here. How are you doing? I'm having an awesome day. I hope you are as well. Welcome to episode 5 of the Darkcraft server. We are having quite a lot of fun. You've probably noticed there have been some changes that have been made. First of all, look at my glowy armor. I have got enchants, tons of awesome enchants on all of my armor, and not wearing my shield because I like to carry around glowstone to be able to see what I'm doing. Got a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, carrying around an iron pickaxe as well because it has fortune 3 on it. Yeah, my bow, power 5, flame, unbreaking 3, got some awesome gear going on, and that's all thanks to this device. Great White and I got together the other night and put together this double spawner XP grinder. As you can see, we're collecting quite a few zombies and skeletons down here, and we can just come up and hit them with our sword to gain tons and tons of experience. So it worked out quite nicely. We have dungeons turned all the way up, and so there was a zombie spawner and a skeleton spawner close enough to each other on the same level that we put together this sweet XP grinder. So one of them is on that side and one of them is over here. I think this side has the zombie spawner, this side has the skeleton spawner. Right here in the middle where we stand, it does activate both spawners. We actually did it quite a neat way as well. We set up redstone lamps on the insides of these spawning rooms. So if we flip this lever, that light going on means that the lights are on inside these spawning rooms and they would be deactivated. And then light off means lights are off, the spawners can spawn enemies, and we can collect the XPs from them. And I shouldn't be using my main sword for this. I should actually be using one of these weapons. We have plenty of stone swords in here because that's plenty of power to be able to take out these enemies after they fall the drop that we have for them. Quite a few of these stone swords are enchanted. That's because when I was cycling through enchants with our enchanting setup, I was just putting level 1 enchants on these stone swords because why not? Got an item disposal area right here. We'll just get rid of these trash items that we just picked up on accident. And yeah, so you can see that we got our enchanting set up as well. We got all the cows bred up, so we got all the leather we needed for the 15 bookcases and for our enchanting table. So if I put an item in here, do I have an unenchanted item? Okay. So yeah, you can see we do have level 30 enchants going on. So that is quite nice. I'm feeling a lot more confident running around the area now that I do have full enchanted gear going on. Now it is still just iron gear, but once we do get diamond gear going on, that's going to further increase our survivability, and it's going to make things even better. In here, you can see we've been collecting mob drops, the bones for bone meal, plenty of arrows for our bows, and then we've been collecting rotten flesh as well, because eventually we'll probably get a villager breeder set up, and we will trade the rotten flesh to a cleric. Now, see if I can find my way back. I get lost here every time. And yep, I think that's the wrong way. So this is in our cave system that we discovered pretty close to day 1. Actually, I think it was on day 1 that we discovered this cave system. If we run over this way, you can see our ladder area and where we set up, started the strip mining as well. This is the strip mine that is heading towards the spawn point. This is that wrong tunnel if you remember. This is our ladder heading up. Now, Great White did a ton of digging on this tunnel. Me, Great White, and Easy Kill here were actually on last night, and yeah, Great White actually got this tunnel all the way to the spawn point. We haven't actually dug down from the spawn point and connected it up yet, but that will be a nice, safe way to travel between the two areas. I think we are still going to set up uh, a path on the surface with lights, and we're going to try to make it look nice because I think that'll look nice traveling on the surface rather than taking the tunnel every time. Because you don't always want to just look at stone all the way around in the safe tunnel. But the tunnel will be nice for things like transporting cows or when we absolutely want to have a safe journey. Now, another thing that we'll probably do in the near future is set up a nether hub and get nether portals set up in our different locations, like at our spawn point, in our XP grinder, and maybe like right down at the bottom of this ladder, just to make it so that we are traveling that much quicker around our base, make things that much easier. Now, as far as the plan for today, you know how I am if you've been watching the channel for a while. I like to automate things because I don't want to have to come in here and have to harvest manually all the time. I like to do a little bit of extra work, get it automated to make it so I can be lazy later on and not have to do work later on. And so I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to automate the sugarcane farm. That way we can find a more convenient spot for this infinity pool, get it kind of down out of the way, and remove the sugarcane from our main central area here. And I've actually prepared an area down here by our automated melon farm. I think we'll just put in the automated sugarcane farm right here. And just one quick second here. I do apologize. My voice was going out there. I just needed to get a little bit of a drink of a delicious beverage there. And by that I mean water. But yes, so the plan before we can start building, I have almost everything set up that we need. But one last thing that I want to get. Now this is kind of a luxury because we could just use cobblestone, but I kind of want to use some glass. That way it'll make it look a little bit nicer. We'll be able to see what's going on with the sugarcane. So we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure down to the water side, because I'm thinking you normally find sand down by the water. So we're going to come down here, we're going to pick up a little bit of sand, get it, cook it up for some glass, and that'll make it look that much nicer. Now, one of the enchants I did put on my boots is feather falling, so that makes this journey that much easier because I don't take the fall damage when I am jumping off these cliffs. Alright, and I know that I did automate the melon farm for food, but I killed up a bunch of cows last night for the leather, for the enchanted books, and so I have... Ooh, okay. We'll let them fight it out. We'll take out this guy. Because we don't want any of them baby zombies. Baby zombies are the worst. Alright. Ah, better. Take this guy out as well. I love having enchanted gear. This is working out much better for me. But yes. So we're going to get some glass. We're going to make a automated sugarcane farm. Now, the version that we're going to do the original version that I did in my single player series. And did I just get shot from somewhere or what? Oh yeah, there he is. Okay. So yeah, so the original version that I did in my single player series is very easy. It's less resource intensive than the second version that I did in my single player series. If you remember, if you watched my single player series, I was trying to make the sugarcane farm more efficient, and I think that it did make it more efficient, but it took double the pistons and double the observer blocks to do so. And we have quite a bit of iron. I did a bunch of mining this morning. Got a couple more stacks of iron going. So we have quite a bit of iron, but it's still not a super abundant resource for us. So I don't want to use double the pistons. So we're going to do the original design that is still efficient enough. And won't use as many pistons, not as much iron. And yeah, so I'm just gathering up some sand. I'm gonna smelt it up for some glass. And then once I have that going, I will go ahead and bring you back, and we'll go ahead and get to building on the sugarcane farm. Welcome back, team. So, got quite a bit of sand. I got about 3 3/4 stacks worth of sand, so that should provide us with plenty of glass for this project, and plenty of glass left over for future projects. Something else I also grabbed while I was out there. Great White was complaining about me putting lilacs in the dandelion chest, so I grabbed a poppy to add to the dandelion chest as well. Sure, he'll appreciate that. And so I am going to grab out the observers and pistons and redstone that I have prepared for this sugarcane farm. We'll need some dirt, and we will need a stone hoe, and we'll need some sugarcane. Alright. And now the other thing that we will go ahead and do is we will set up the minecart track underneath it so that we can get the drops using a hopper minecart like we did before. And what I'll go ahead and do is I'll just go ahead and start building the actual sugarcane farm, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put down the track as well. And now I think what I'm going to go ahead and do for this is I'm going to make it 17 wide, and now that is because, or actually I think I'm going to go 15 wide. That's because the source water block will flow from the water block 7 blocks in either direction. Oh, I just heard those pistons go off. I thought there was an enemy in this room with me. Anyways, so we're going to have it be 15 blocks, or we're going to have 15 sugarcanes in this setup. And that's because we'll be able to use one water source block for the whole thing. And I'll show you how that, what I mean by that in just a brief moment. Now, I didn't prepare the minecart tracks that we're going to need. So let me go ahead and get those prepared real quick as well. So we'll need a little bit. Let me go ahead and get this prepared real fast, and then I'll bring it back real quick, and then we'll do some building. Alright, team. So I've made a couple of changes. I realized that I wanted more room, so I dug out the room some more. Placed some more light down using lava and the cobblestone walls. A little bit more light over here. Just to make sure that our light levels are high enough all around the room that we don't have to worry about any spawns. And as you can see, I laid down my powered rail, have a lever right there to power them. And so this is going to be 15 wide. This is going to go underneath our actual sugarcane itself. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, we're going to need to have this come out a little bit further. Let me just grab some of these real quick. We're actually going to want this to come out one more, I think, before it goes uphill, because we don't want the hopper minecart to get stuck. And so now over here, we're going to go ahead and lay down our chest. It's going to be a little bit crowded, but I think that we'll have enough room to work. Now right here, we're going to lay down our hopper. And you've seen me do this a couple of times if you've watched my my single player series. We're going to place a powered rail up on top of there, and what we're setting up now is our hopper minecart unloading station. And so from here, we want to read the output of the hopper. So we're going to lay down our comparator. And we're going to have that go into a block. And then on the opposite side of the block, we're going to have a redstone torch. And we're going to have a block on top of there, block on top of there, and then we're going to have a repeater facing back into that block. And so this powered rail will be powered unless there unless there are items in the hopper. That'll activate the comparator, which will turn off the redstone torch, which will turn off the repeater, which will turn off the cart or the powered rail. And then once it's finished unloading, it'll reverse and the powered rail will come back on, sending our hopper mine cart back down to collect more goodies. And so next we will place down our dirt. And so we're going to go ahead and place down, I'm just realizing that I'm going to have to move that lever. Well, yeah, that's going to need to be moved, but we'll take care of that in a second. The reason why I'm going to have to move it is because I'm going to place the water here, and so I'm going to have to move the lever to the opposite side. So let's go ahead and pick that up real quick, because otherwise the water would just wash it away anyways. So let's just go ahead and take care of placing that down over here. Boom, and the powered rails are back on. Let's go ahead and just cover that up. There we go. Okay, so the reason why I made it 15 wide is because I can place this water bucket in the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should reach everywhere. Yeah. So now we can place our sugarcane on every dirt block here using just the one water source, and everything should be fine and dandy. Now back here we're going to go ahead and place down these blocks, and then we'll place our pistons against these blocks. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And once again, you've had another episode of Counting with Trifunctional. And now along the back, we will go ahead. Oops. Those are on the wrong level, aren't they? Yep. Yeah, those are on the wrong level. We're going to need to pick those back up. If I left the pistons on that level, then they would break the sugarcane at the bottom level. And we don't want the sugarcane to be breaking at the bottom level. We want it to be breaking at the second level. That way there is still sugarcane on the bottom level to grow up more. So what we'll actually do then is we'll place down stone bricks on this level. And then we'll go ahead and place another row of stone bricks on this level. And then we'll place back in our pistons. So there we go. Those should be on the right level now. And now the next block we need is, here, I need to be able to get up here. Let's go ahead and do that. And so we're going to have redstone go along here, but I'm just looking at this real quick. Yeah, this is right. So let me go ahead and place down some observers, and actually I'm going to want to be able to get up another level to be able to see what I'm doing. So we'll just place down some glass, because we know we're going to have glass going there anyways. And it would have been nice if I would have dyed the glass, but we don't really have a whole lot of dyes to work with at this point. And that's going the wrong way. So placing down that glass at that point was unnecessary anyways. Alright, so we're going to go from this side. We'll get this eventually, team. Alright, so we're going to have observers going this way. Now, as you've probably guessed by now, and I'm sure if you've played this game for any length of time, you know how these work, but when the sugarcane gets to the third level of growth, it'll activate whichever observer is in line with it. and then that will activate all of the pistons. They'll all fire, breaking all of the sugarcane, and then the hopper minecart will pick it all up. And I'm wondering if I place... So I want to place glass there. Is the hopper minecart going to get stuck? Am I going to need to make more room? Let's just check. Alright, so that's headed down. See if it makes it all the way back. Oh yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay, sweet. So, let's go ahead and get our sugarcane placed down so it can get started growing. Place it on all 15 squares. And I'm realizing I don't know why I grabbed the hoe. That's not something that we need for this. Oh well. Alright. So let's go ahead and finish up our glass placement here. And we'll go right. Oops. Go boom, 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 boom. We just want it completely encased so that all of the sugarcane does land back down on the dirt squares when it breaks, so that we don't lose any. And we'll just cap it off with some glass as well. And right in the middle, which I think is right here, I want to place a glowstone block. That way we get some light to the sugarcane. And actually, I'll probably want a couple of more glowstone blocks because this is a little bit wider of an area. I want to make sure that all of the sugarcane is getting plenty of light so that it is growing. And so yeah, let's go grab a little bit more glass and a couple more glowstone. So we'll go ahead and grab out some glowstone. I'll just grab a half of those. And then we'll grab out some more glass because we have a ton now. Alright. So just about finished here. Now this did go back 1 square further than I wanted. I wanted to be able to walk through here. I mean, we can jump over this, but I wanted to be able to walk through there on a clear path. So I'm a little bit annoyed. I could just move everything over, but I wanted to be able to walk around on this side too. So I could just move this wall back, but I think that laziness will prevail, and we'll just leave it the way we have it. Alright. So up here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to break this guy. Don't want that there. So we'll just go and we'll split this up as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go right here with another glowstone. And I'm wasting a little bit of glass, but oh well. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom and boom. And let's place down our final piece of glass. And so, yeah, this should be an active sugarcane farm. And let's just check light levels one more time around everything. Because sometimes when you start placing blocks, the light levels change. Let's just go ahead and do a quick run around. Make sure that light levels are at 9 or above all the way around. Can I get up there? Okay. Yep, and so I'm just looking at the readout that says light on the left-hand side of my screen. Does look like we have plenty of light all the way around, so we are good on that front. And I could just demonstrate real quick that this works. This is going to waste a little bit more glass again, but oh well. Okay, so if we place down some sugarcane like here, 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 and here, and then we just place another one. Yep, it just all gets broken, and then we would have glass right here, so that one wouldn't be ending up there. But then the hopper minecart goes underneath and picks everything up. And yeah, so this is going to be a nice addition because we'll be able to move the sugarcane farm out from in the way in the main part of the base. and we'll have a passive income of sugarcane coming in so that we can use it for enchanted books. And then we can also use the paper once we start getting some villager breeding going to breed or to trade with the librarians, because the librarians are going to have the enchanted book trades that we're going to want. And eventually we're going to try to get mending trades from the villagers. So yeah, this is going to be a nice addition to the base. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me for this build. If you did enjoy the episode, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. Certainly helps me out quite a bit. And if you're new and you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That way you can see when the future Darkcraft episodes and when the future Terraria episodes come out. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you on the flip side.